Good morning. Welcome to a new network, Radio 5 Live, news and sport from the BBC 24 hours a day. It's 5 o'clock on Monday the 28th of March. I'm Jane Garvey and this is Morning Reports. The news headlines: 30 are dead in tornadoes in America, most of them crushed when a church collapsed. John Major faces a tough new choice over Europe, and there's a big increase in allegations of racism by the police.
In sport, Manchester United's dream of the domestic treble is over. Aston Villa beat them by 3-1 in a memorable Coca-Cola Cup final at Wembley. England's cricketers are in a strong position after 3 days of the third test against the West Indies in Trinidad. The home side are 143 for 5 in their second innings, a lead of just 67. And the German Michael Schumacher won the opening Formula One Grand Prix of the season. There's a full sports bulletin at 5:30.
I'm Adrian Chiles. It's a big week for Westland Helicopters. Will shareholders fall for the charms of GKN? Well, wake up to money with me at 5:45.
Good morning. Welcome to a new network, Radio 5 Live, news and sport from the BBC 24 hours a day. It's 5 o'clock.
It was at 5 o'clock this morning that 5 Live came on the air. Its first voice, that of Jane Garvey, presenter of Morning Reports. 3 hours later, with the breakfast show in its stride, the champagne was opened for journalists from other media who'd come to watch and hear the network's first morning on air. Media watchers from the national newspapers were largely impressed with what they'd heard so far. The Guardian's media correspondent, Andrew Culf.
I think it made a very confident start. Launches are always difficult for radio stations, but it came on air this morning sounding very crisp, very friendly and very accessible, and I think that was the note they were trying to strike.
Those less keen on sport, like Jane Thynne of the Daily Telegraph, were less enthralled.
From what I've heard, I now know more than I ever needed to know about Manchester United's defeat, but at the same time, there's strange items like eating disorders and prejudice against black and Asians by the police force in Leicester, and it does make you think, who is this trying to appeal to?
But what did listeners make of it? With strong news stories from Middlesbrough, Alabama and South Africa, and last night's sports surprises in football and cricket, it was a busy first day. People in Plymouth seemed to enjoy it.
Well, I really like it. I mean, it's fast-moving, it's lively, it's interesting, it keeps you up to date. It's just a shame it's on medium wave.
I thought it was a bit too fast-moving at times, but then perhaps that's the exuberance of an early morning start. Yes, I enjoyed it. I'll listen to it again.
I think it is quite good. It's quite sort of in your face, but it's not too sort of fast and furious. I listened to the lunchtime thing and I thought there was a bit too much financial news. It seemed to be every 15 minutes and, frankly, I can do without that at lunchtime. But, the sports news is there and that's something that I really like.
So, a promising start. The network now has to keep it up 24 hours a day.